and welcome to Spanish Answers, episode 39. I'm your host, Sarah with Language Answers, and today's episode is going to be just a little bit special. With the election right around the corner, instead of doing our normal podcast lineup where we'd have a cultural tip followed by maybe some grammar or cultural things, today we're just going to focus on election vocabulary. No worries though, I'm not going to bring politics into it. I'm sure that by now you, just as I am, are sick and tired of politics. So, this will be focused entirely upon the vocab related to the elections, minus the annoying politics. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. We've got vote or votar. So to vote is votar. In an election, you vote in an election, right? So la elección. In this election, right, we've got the president, el or la presidente. And we also have some senators and representatives. So a senator is un senador, or el senador, la senadora. And a representative is el or la representante. So for that one, it doesn't matter if it's male or female. All you would change is the article, el or la representante. So an example sentence here is, voy a votar en la elección de nuestro próximo presidente. I'm going to vote in the election of our next president. Voy a votar en la elección de nuestro próximo presidente. Now, we have the three branches, right? The executive branch, el poder ejecutivo, or la rama ejecutiva. Legislative branch, el poder legislativo, or la rama legislativa. And the judiciary branch, el poder judicial, or la rama judicial. Now, in the civics questions, which I'll post a link to in our show notes, they do talk about it as el poder legislativo. So that one I think is probably the most likely used in the US, but definitely feel free to send me a note if you have heard la rama legislativa or la rama ejecutiva more in your life. So anyways, moving on, we have Congress, right? El Congreso, which is made up of the Senate, el Senado, and the House of Representatives, la Cámara de Representantes. So, an example sentence to wrap that all up. Hay 435 representantes en la Cámara de Representantes y 100 senadores en el Senado. En total, hay 535 personas en el Congreso. There are 435 representatives in the House of Representatives and 100 senators in the Senate. In total, there are 535 people in Congress. Okay, moving on to the Supreme Court, or el Poder Judicial, right? The judiciary branch. So the Supreme Court, la Corte Suprema, and on the Supreme Court are 9 justices. So a justice is el juez or la jueza. El juez or la jueza. So an example sentence. Hay 9 jueces en la Corte Suprema. Hay 9 jueces en la Corte Suprema. There are 9 justices on the Supreme Court. Next, we have just a few other random vocab. Not random, I mean it's related to this, but it's not quite aligned with any of the branches. So we have the Electoral College, el colegio electoral. We have the ballot, la votación, the ballot, la votación. Then you have the different parties, right? You have Democrat, el or la demócrata, So for that one, doesn't matter about the gender, all that you'll change is the masculine or feminine article, but it's always demócrata. And then Republican is el republicano or la republicana. El republicano or la republicana. Then you've got libertarian, el libertario, or la libertaria. El libertario, la libertaria. You have independent, el or la independiente, el or la independiente. And then you've got a few more categories. Progressives, el or la progresista, el or la progresista. You have liberal, el or la liberal, el or la liberal. Conservative, el conservador, la conservadora, el conservador, la conservadora. And an example sentence for this is los políticos de los demócratas y republicanos o los liberales y los conservadores son muy diferentes. The Democrat and Republican policies, or the liberal and conservative policies, are very different. Then, of course, very important for an election night is to win. The verb is ganar, and to lose is perder. So, to win, ganar, and to lose, perder. So, an example sentence is ¿Quién va a ganar la elección este noviembre? ¿Quién va a ganar la elección este noviembre? ¿Quién sabe? ¿Quién sabe? So who's going to win the election this November? Who knows? Vamos a ver, ¿sí? We are going to see. But now you can use this vocab to practice your Spanish while also talking with your friends and family about the upcoming election. So, good luck, and I wish you the best. That's all for today. Please don't forget to check out the show notes for notes and or links to resources used for this episode. This episode was brought to you by Language Answers Limited. If you're looking for a Spanish to English translator, someone to edit or review your documents, or would like tutoring, you can email me at contact@languageanswers.com. That's contact@languageanswers.com, or visit my website, www.languageanswers.com. You can also send me your questions or topics you'd like me to discuss in a podcast episode. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in 2 weeks.